Hello, and welcome to my reflection video for Technology and the Entertainment and Media Industries course. My name is William Fleming, and I learned quite a bit about the gaming industry over the course of the last month. I was particularly surprised to learn about the professional organizations and conferences that are open to game devs. I come into the program from a background with a multitude of groups and events to join, but I never really took advantage of any of those. And even though it makes perfect sense now in hindsight, I hadn't considered that those types of things exist for traditionally less academic fields. It was also really nice to dive deeper into the health of the industry itself, as a lot of the latest gaming news is sort of negative between studio layoffs, difficult game launches, and other issues. Just overall, it was nice to see that the industry is still actually growing. As for my own future, I learned primarily that I need to be more outgoing and proactive. One of the lessons that really stuck with me is that most of the jobs in the gaming industry are gained as a result of who you know, less than what you know. As someone who talks to hundreds of people a day for a living, I don't really have an issue speaking about all sorts of subjects. I just don't typically talk about myself. I need to really kind of get over that, put myself out there, and make strong connections if I want to have a successful career. I will carry a lot of what I've learned here into my future classes and the early part of my career at least. The research into industry terms and job postings in particular helped me narrow my focus on what I would actually like to do, and I can use that information to influence the projects and portfolio work in the rest of my classes. Once I start applying for jobs, that information will also be useful, as there's a lot of different companies out there that use different titles for the same position. So being able to read the posting critically and understand what terms they're using will actually better inform me as to what the job does. I've also bookmarked many of the websites that I've come across in my research for assignments here, so I can refer back to those later, particularly those that provide information on the latest news in gaming, arts, and animation industries. Then I can either use that information for new assignments, or I can just keep myself informed with what's going on. Most importantly, I think, I have already joined two professional organizations, IGDA and ACM SIGGRAPH, as a student member, and I'm actively networking within those groups now so I can utilize their resources as a student and as a job searcher later. The best piece of advice I could probably give is to make sure that you set aside plenty of time for the assignments and discussions and that you take them seriously. Many of those assignments seem simple at first, they don't expect to take a lot of time, but all of a sudden you're going to go down a rabbit hole and spend 4 hours learning all sorts of neat information, or you're going to get wrapped up in making your submissions creative, and it's just going to take a lot longer than you really expected. Outside of that, take advantage of the ability to connect with your classmates and try to start building a professional network now. You never know who you're going to end up working with in the future or who might have something that they can offer you or vice versa. So it's really good to have those strong connections early. Thank you.